What's up, guys? Your boy KFB23 on the YT. I'm back into the video, and today I want to talk about the offseason. I want to talk about trades, flipping them for assets. I want to talk about what my team personally can get better at. Like, what trades can they do to get better at? So I was looking at the trade finder, trying to see what would work, and I'm like, okay, cool. I picked 3 trades that I really wanted to do. It was really hard because I was trying to make it as realistic as possible because I didn't want to say, oh, LeBron James, Kevin Durant for Jonathan Kuminga, and Andrew Wiggins and Klay Thompson. Let's get it done. I wasn't going to do that. I did realistic as possible trades that will make sure this team wins and that team wins. I'm not going to do I made it as realistic as possible, and I picked the top 3. And starting with with number 1, honestly, before I say that, please like and subscribe to the channel. Please leave a comment. I love reading and responding to comments. It's my favorite part of the day. Honestly, that's really I like to see comments. I even check it every day to see, oh, this somebody comment on that video, this somebody comment on that video. So please do that. I would appreciate that. My first trade that I would really like to happen is CP3 and 2 first-round picks, or even a second-round pick and 1 first-rounder for Clint Capella. I really hope Hawk fans don't get mad at me. I have a good explanation for this one. Look, if the Atlanta Hawks decided to, hey, it's rebuild time, we're not going anywhere. We're making a play on every year, and we might lose that, we might not. Trae Young is not good enough. DeJounte Murray is not good enough, and we need to sell the farm. And they have the first overall pick too. Alexander Asar. They might think that guy is Chet Holmgren or even Wemby. Like, he could be that guy. And giving that team Chris Paul, who was great for the Warriors rookies. Like, he made Moses Moody look like $1,000. He made Chase Jackson Jr. look like $1,000. He made Jonathan Kuminga one of the best 6 men in the NBA. Respectfully, Chris Paul it helps bring up young people, and especially young bigs that need the ball in their hands in the good spots. Like, the art of post entry passes. There's a lot of NBA players that can't make difficult post entry passes. I've seen it a lot where they only can do it the one way. They don't really practice it anymore, so it's a dying art. And Chris Paul doesn't do that beautifully. He could put Alexander Asar in perfect spots. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but Chris Paul has a $30 million player option this offseason, which it's 39 years old. Chris Paul, he has to take it. I don't think Chris Paul's gonna ring chase. I think Chris Paul probably gonna take the $30 million like he did with OKC. Take that money, prove that he could play maybe 1 to 2 more years, play backup point guard like Jason Kidd did, and he probably win a championship like that. It's $30 million. $30 million is still $30 million. Chris Paul can still take that. And what we get for Clint Capella? Clint Capella is not 6'5", he's not 6'7", he's 6'9", 6'10". The Warriors this season lacked so much athleticism from the front, just everywhere. Like, legit, Kevin Looney just couldn't do it. Andrew Wiggins just wanted to make layups and not dunk the ball this year. We needed athleticism and bigs. Our recent reports say Kevin Looney's going to get released or cut. I'm sorry, Big Looney. We appreciate you. I will always have you in the short, Big Kevin Looney right there. But bro, you've had a really bad off season. So bringing Clint Capella, even though Clint Capella did shoot really worse from the field than Kevin Looney, but that was an anomaly. Like, Clint Capella this year only shot worse because damn. It was crazy. He shot 57% from the field as a big, which is type crazy, but I believe all you have to do is do the smart things, give Draymond the ball, make the great passes, just make good reads. You play with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, you just have to make good reads and ball handle. It's motion offense. He's athletic enough to do it. And that would solve a lot of our problems. We still would have to pick up some guys off the bench, some guys that would help off the bench. But we still have Podziemski and Moses Moody coming off the bench as our starting backcourt. And if you don't want that, you could put Moses Moody, you could put Podziemski and Gary Payton II and bring Trace off the bench. So we have a big in the lineup every single minute and not running like 6'9" Dario Saric, who was terrible at the 5 position. This next trade, honestly, guys, I'm a Knicks fan. Also, too, like, I'm from New York. I support the Knicks. I supported them this year, even though they lost in the second round when they shouldn't have. This trade was also on Bleacher Report because it made so much. And I saw that trade. I'm like, bro, it makes so much sense because the two guys that the Knicks would probably want the most would probably be Moses Mudiay and Gary Payton for Mitchell Robinson. Tom Thibodeau loves players that try defensive effort, get on the ground, don't complain about playing 40 minutes, playing 48 minutes, and Moses Mudiay wants to play basketball. GP2 wants to play basketball, and for some weird reason, they can play the small ball lineup and still get 50 wins, which is like, hey, Josh Hart is getting you 30 rebounds a game. I guess so. Mitchell Robinson, he was good for the Knicks this year, but Isaiah Hartenstein was like so much better. He was really out there playmaking and that floater just kept on going, and like he was good this year. And he's a restricted free agent. They have to pay that guy his money. And respectfully, if you have Isaiah Hartenstein on your team right now, you got to pick him up. You just have to. So they have to throw him a bag. They have Precious Achiuwa, who was highly decent. Like, there was moments with that guy, which I know the Raptors fans said they like, he's always like this. He has moments where he could be really good, and his moments where I'm like, bro, can you please be better? And Miami Heat even had that same rip with him too. He's good for this amount of games, but then it becomes terrible, and he becomes good again. I don't know. Tom Thibodeau trusted him enough, and in the minutes that he did get, he was out there phenomenal. And getting Moses Mudiay on that Knicks team, they could also pair him, because he's a young asset. They could pair Moses Mudiay, Julius Randle, and get a better trade asset than Mikal Bridges, or get Mikal Bridges and maybe a player on that Nets team, because we all know that Mikal Bridges is probably going to play on the Knicks one day, because, bro, it's the super most obvious thing. Villanova guys are just like this now. Like, bro, they're taking over the NBA. And Mitchell Robinson, defensively, one of the best defending bigs in the league. He can sit there and he can give Jokic some problems. He can give Mitchell Robinson. Not Mitchell Robinson, that's Mitchell Robinson himself. He can give Joel Embiid some problems. He can give people like AD, Jokic, Joel Embiid. Like, it'll be good for him. He can still catch lobs. The only thing is he might be injury prone. Like, he's not the most healthiest player on the roster. And honestly, that is a concern. That is a concern. But I think the Warriors can manage his minutes well, and Steve Kerr can manage players' minutes well, because Otto Porter had the same issue coming into the NBA where he just couldn't stay healthy. But the only one outlier year where Otto Porter was healthy was the 2022 Golden State Warriors championship, where he was a main key piece. He was an NBA Finals starter for one game. That's legit. I feel like we get the most out of Mitchell Robinson defensively, offensively. He can play under the rim. He can catch lobs. He's playing with Steph Curry. It's not big. It's not a big move, but it just solves the athleticism problem. And if we still keep Chris Paul, if he does want to resign, we can still trade him if he wants to get a sign and trade and keep his $30 million and see what teams would want for a 39-year-old Chris Paul. It probably ain't much. It's probably not much, but realistically, that's the GM's problem. That's the GM. That's a deal with Chris Paul. You let him resign. You sign and trade him. I think what's his name? I forgot my GM's name. He could probably do it. It might be a little shaky, but hey. Or you just let Chris Paul walk with free agency. Like, it's not that big of a deal. He just walks with free agency. Because, I don't know. It's $30 million, and we just can't pay that. Resign Klay Thompson. It'll be actually a lot cheaper than Clint Capella, but hey. I would rather much have Clint Capella on a 2-year deal. A little more athletic, but hey, Mitch Robinson is a better defender, respectfully in my opinion. But hey. And the final trade of the day. This one is for Mr. Dominating, Mr. DeAndre Ayton. I ain't gonna lie to you. This one is probably the most elaborate one. Like, this probably needs a couple players, not a three-teamer. I wasn't going to do a three-teamer. I wanted DeAndre Ayton and Matisse Thybulle because Matisse Thybulle was like, what, 27 years old? He doesn't really fit that timeline that the Portland Trailblazers have, and the Trailblazers are one of the few teams that are not competing for anything in the Western Conference, and they are just fully in a rebuild who won't mind trading assets to the Warriors. Actually, they might. We did own them a lot this 2010, but hey, I don't know. I don't think they hold grudges. They did hold a grudge with Miami, but hey, that's here near or there. The assets that we had to give up will be Chris Paul, which they probably, if he does that, I think he's not going to take that deal. Probably, if he gets traded, Probably let him walk because they really don't need Chris Paul. Jonathan Kuminga and GP2 and 2 first-round draft picks, 2 unprotected first-round draft picks. And honestly, I think that's fair. Giving up Kuminga on that roster is young, athletic. He can play with Sheldon Sharp. He can shoot that 3-ball. Sheldon Sharp plays a small forward. He plays power forward with Anthony Simons and Scoot Henderson. Bro, that's a tough team. That's a young and athletic team that can run up that court up and down. We'll still have assets because they still have to trade Malcolm Brogdon. I didn't want Malcolm Brogdon on the team because I'm like, I'm ready for Podziemski to take over. I trust Podziemski. Even though some Warriors fans don't, I didn't want Malcolm Brogdon because I'm not going to lie. That's way too much money that the Warriors can't commit into another person. DeAndre Ayton is on like a 2-3 year contract. I know he's a low motor. He's a lot of talent, low motor, but that was Andrew Wiggins 3 years ago. And Draymond Green could put a backpack and somebody back to play up to the expectation, like legit. He made Andrew Wiggins a two-way player who was one of the best two-way wings who stopped Luka in the playoffs and stopped Jason Tatum in the playoffs, which after seeing this final, a lot of people could probably stop Jason Tatum. I don't know. He was good though. DeAndre Ayton has a lot of potential. Draymond Green, him and Draymond in the front court defensively, they could versatile. Like DeAndre Ayton, when he was like facing Steph Curry, was able to move his feet. That's one of the few times I saw the Suns in the 2022 regular season. He was moving his feet. He was playing high on the pick and rolls. He has the ability to do that, which hey, that's a valuable. And out of all the 2 trades that I've mentioned before, he has his own post game. He can really just post up and just do whatever he wants. For a stretch of games, I had a video on my channel. He averaged 25 points per game with 15 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 1 block per game, shooting 62%, 50% from the field, and 92% from the 3. He's working on a 3-ball, bro. He's working on a 3-ball too. He's on the Warriors with the Splash Bros. He could pick up a 3-ball. Young, athletic. That's the dream scenario. I said like Lauri Markkanen because I don't really see us getting him. I want him. He shot that with 65% shooting in a 5-game stretch, bro. He had a great season. The second half of the season, he was dominating. Come on, imagine Draymond Green and DeAndre doing this back to back. Would that not be a hype moment in NBA Warriors history? Like, come on, bro. I would like DeAndre Ayton. That's probably the most kind of realistic trade I can think of that would really push us over the edge. Like, come on, bro. That's me. But hey, I'm KFB23 on YT. Comment your trades. Comment what you wanted to see. Comment what you guys want the Warriors to do this offseason. And comment what other teams I should do this for. But hey, I'm KFB23 on the YT, and I'm out. Peace.